Hi everyone, it's Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwanseung Group. Glad you could make it. It's the 18th of September, coming at you one day late. My mum just came back from Europe, a short vacation in Europe yesterday, so I've been quite full on, caring for her to get back home safe. And yes, my own private schedule of my corporate business English class is running from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Monday to Friday. As you can imagine, every day is very action-packed. It's not the easiest, but that's what we've got to do to grow the Hwanseung Group to be nice and true, okay? Just a reminder that Hwanseung means to transfer. We're always transferring between transport companies, countries, knowledge, assets, insight, and intuition, okay? We're always looking for that in synergy and those transfers there. Can I just remind you again that this is all one take. There is no script. This is all raw. There's there's some errors from time to time. I'm not interested in any kind of like a fancy editing or those kind of things. Some hyperlinks or anything like that. I just want to get the contents out to you the quickest I can, Monday to Friday. All right, based on the hottest issues that are revolving around Korea. Now, one thing I do get asked is that, Paul, how many subscribers do you have? Well, how many subscribers I have and how many views is not important. What I want to do is just get a library of contents built and have that out to you. So whenever I do meet a new client, I can advise them that they can search the back catalog of all the contents I've uploaded. My target is 5 days a week. So far it's been good. It's not that easy, but hey, I'm doing my best. Okay, every day, that's what it's about, doing your best every day. Okay, so without ado, let's get started. The first one here is a mother throws a poopy diaper at a daycare center teacher here. Okay, so what happened was there was a boy who was apparently injured, okay, on his neck, and he was taken to hospital to sort it out, maybe get some bandages there. And the mother was, she said she was very surprised that the teacher actually came to the hospital to check on him to see if he was all right, and she quickly pulled her aside and threw one of the used 똥기저귀 at her face. Okay, 얼굴에다가 똥기저귀 던졌네요, 이 어머니가. So yeah, very very rude thing to do. I think totally over the top. Okay, so it's very, very unfortunate for the teacher, and when this hit the news and she realized that she was getting a lot of criticism from Korean netizens, she's trying to go on the defensive and come up with all these excuses, like saying that the wound on his neck was proof that he was being abused by the teacher, when in fact it was done by other students. Okay. And she filed a complaint with the police, and the teacher has filed a complaint with the police as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. I guess the mother will come back down and try to, when she realizes the gravity of the situation she's made this into, she'll probably try to ask for forgiveness and reach a kind of like a confidential settlement with the teacher there. No one deserves to be having a poo diaper thrown at their face, let alone at them at any point in their body. Okay, very very rude behavior, very very disappointing from that parent there. Okay, now this next one, guys, is Samsung. Okay, is on a holiday drive to boost domestic consumption. Okay, so for this one here, they're encouraging all their employees and all the 250,000 executives across 20 subsidiaries to basically, for this lunar Thanksgiving, this Thanksgiving holiday, Korean Thanksgiving, is to spend in Korea. Okay, travel in Korea, buy Korean-made products there, consume seafood, even though we might have had the Fukushima water discharge there, but just to boost domestic consumption. I think this is a very it does have its bones in maybe probably the PR department and the CSR, for Samsung there, but it's still, I mean, they're the only chaebol that I've seen that has come up with this idea to boost domestic consumption. It almost has those kind of it almost rings bells of the IMF. Remember the IMF back in 97, 98, where Koreans came together and they were melting their jewelry, they were melting their Olympic medals, okay, to bring up money for the nation there. So this again, if Samsung is leading it there, people often say you're born in a Samsung hospital and you die in a Samsung hospital there. That's how far-reaching the Samsung Group has got. I myself am very lucky to have some very high-powered executives that I've taught for quite a while. And they're very, very nice people there. Okay, so yes, please, even if you don't work for Samsung, please always try to buy local made. Okay, made in Korea. It's a very, very nice thing to do. Okay, now this next one here, guys, is the Titan belts. Okay, make Bestsellers of subcompact cars again. All right, so yeah, with this one we can see that these cars, the Kia Morning, the Kia Ray, and the Casper are very, very popular with the young people these days, because I've seen that whenever the gas price fluctuates, it has a big impact on what cars people buy. You remember 5 or 6 years ago when the diesel was quite cheap? Okay, people were buying a lot of BMW 320Ds. The Gangnam Sonata was the nickname of their white BMW 320D. Okay, but after that, about 2 or 3 years ago, during COVID, the government was trying to lessen the burden of inflation on the families there and the individuals. So they cut the price of the fuel tax. In order to make it more competitive, and all of a sudden, diesel lost its attractiveness as a source of fuel. So I just want to show you a video clip here of the Casper versus the Ray. Let me know what you think. Okay, they're very, very admirable examples of cars. I know they're very popular, and especially the Casper has been, it was initially marketed to target single female or young females there as a form of like chabak, which is camping in your car. Okay, so let's have a look here, guys. All right. All right, we're going to compare them. This one looks a bit bigger, the Ray. Bonnet's quite small, but the Casper has a long bonnet. It's got wheels. The Ray's got hubcaps. And we do have the guards, the skirts, side skirts. And that feels like a real, normal sized car. This one's a bit lightweight, the Ray. Sliding door for the Ray. Like the Veloster, we've got a side entry. Here's the most attractive point. Look at that. Look at that. Very nice rear end of the Casper. Folding down seats all the way. You can see how camping is possible. But the Ray has the more storage space there. Okay, so what would you choose, guys? A Hyundai Casper or a Kia Ray? Okay, both of them made by the Hyundai Motor Company. Okay, so you are supporting Korea, as I've just touched upon in the Samsung article. Okay, so whatever you do there, it's a very nice cars. Okay, there. So personally, myself, I'm not sure. I would probably choose the Morning. I've seen tuned examples of the Morning there. So Kia Morning for me. Perhaps I could get that as a runabout later on there when my wife uses my car more for driving and taking the kids around for things like that. Okay, all right, this next one, guys, is the Hwanseung Medical Center ranks 5th among global cancer hospitals there, so it's quite a big achievement there. And so we can see here that, Korea, we do have some high cancer rates there. I think we're the number 1 or 2 in the world for bowel cancer. Stomach cancer is also another problem there. So that comes from perhaps the salty and spicy side dishes we have in Korea, not to mention the smoking and drinking rates. Okay, those are bad habits that some people are into. So they do play an impact on the cancer rates here. Not to, by the way, anything can cause cancer if you have too much of it. Eating too many apples can cause cancer because of the pesticides that are on the wax. But it's good to know that Korea, we are ranked, quite highly in the world for cancer hospitals there. So I just want to show you here the rankings. Okay, here is the rankings here. We'll just go back to a basic one here, and we'll check it here. Look at these ones here. Okay, so it's number 6 is Hwanseung Medical Center. Number 7, Asa Medical Center there. You might have heard of the Mayo Clinic before, the Johns Hopkins Hospital. They're very, very famous on dramas and stuff. Let's just isolate it down, segregate it down there to Korea, and you can see here all the Korean hospitals that are famous around the world rankings for cancer treatment around the world. Okay, so this is going to tie into my last topic here, which is closely related to where US Koreans will retire, and let's just bump into that. Okay, so US or Korea, where will Korean Americans retire? Okay, so we have the question, is basically Korean Americans who have spent 30 to 40 years living abroad in maybe in America or any other foreign country for the instance there. They've developed a very comfortable lifestyle, okay? But when it comes down to living out their silver years, it's still cheaper to go to a retirement village, or a silver town as we like to call it in Korea. Okay, there is a bit of a 보증금, a deposit, but the overall rent is cheaper. Whereas I know that in the States it's costing anywhere between $3,500 US to $10,000 a month just in rent. Okay, of course they would probably have nice facilities like a swimming pool and a nice hospital and all those kind of things there. But given the convenience of Korea and the public transport system there, the population density, okay, Okay, we do have those facilities that are available. Anything that's missing in a silver town will be available within 15 to 30 minutes of that location there. So another thing that they were talking about was if they did have enough money, okay, then USA would probably be more comfortable for them because that's where they spent most of their lives and they've established their new friends. But for those that do come back for their retirement, they do have their old friends from elementary, middle school, high school, and university. Perhaps their first, job, okay, before they did move to the USA, maybe perhaps for their children's education or such there. So it is quite a nice thing to have that option available there if you are financially capable of doing it. And I guess, it's your own choice. It's your own choice. Where do you feel more comfortable? I guess the ideal dream for retirees, Korean American retirees or overseas, Hewe Dongpo, is to have the best of both worlds. Have citizenship in both countries, okay, and travel between them nice and freely, okay, so you can enjoy the best of both worlds, okay. That's ultimately my goal with Paul Wilson and the Hwanseung Group. I would like to spend a 1-year summer, okay, so say from April to maybe September, okay, in Korea for the summertime, and then from October to March in New Zealand to enjoy the beaches and the barbecues and that kind of culture as well. That's my ultimate goal for Hwanseung Group. Okay, just to remind you that this is all one take. This is all raw. There's no editing at all. Carving there. I do make errors from time to time, but I'm speaking my mind, giving you the spiciness of my opinion and my experience that I have built up over the last 15 years. Hwanseung means to transfer. Okay, we're transferring every day in our lives between transports, companies, countries, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Okay, we are going to move into Hwanseung headhunting, which is a recruitment, Hwanseung Gumyung, which is finance, and Hwanseung Budongsan, which is real estate. Okay, that's the establishment of my group. Wait till I get my webpage up and running, and I'll be doing aggressive marketing for the next coming year. Right now, I'm fully booked. I'm fully booked with our cash cow, corporate business English, until the end of the year. But we'll see how that goes into the next year when we're transitioning into a more aggressive sales approach there. Okay, thank you for your time, guys. I'm sorry for the late upload. I was very busy yesterday with my mum coming back from Europe. I will try and get another 2 uploads done tomorrow to keep up with the schedule. But in that time, please enjoy this video. Feel free to share with your friends and colleagues there. I'm more than happy to share this content with them. And it's not about getting the views. It's not about getting the subscribers. I just want to build a library of content, a library of free contents, okay, to introduce me and my group, okay, to you and your organization. Have a great night. Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung tonight.